you?
You look gorgeous, I want you to know.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Let me just turn this on. And
Would you be the biggest deer and hold this for me?
absolutely.
Thank you so much.
You already got your speech ready?
Speech?
Your water you're gonna win?
Here we go.
All right.
So, from being a librarian in Massachusetts to the bright lights of Hollywood and Las Vegas, how long has that journey been?
It's been a little over 5 years now. I retired from being a librarian. I was a reference librarian in 2009 to come out to Los Angeles and do porn and some other stuff, and I could not be more thrilled, though I do miss the library, and you should support your local library. I don't know if you know this, but I have a thing at AVN, an AE, where if my fans show me their library card, I'll show them my tits, because it's important to me that they support their local library. I don't think I can do it in this dress. But if you show me, I promise you a peek later.
Thank you very much. The difference in the two jobs is night and day.
You know, it's really interesting. When I was a librarian, I was called the sexy librarian. And now people call me like the smart porn star, which is a misnomer because there are many very intelligent people in my industry.
Right.
But yeah, it's interesting that I'm more appreciated as a porn star for my intellect than I was as a librarian, which I got a master's degree to do. So
Now you also have an MBA, right?
I have a MS. I have a Master's of Science in Library and Information Science. I got it at the #1 library school in the country, and I finished when I was 21 years old.
So you're very smart. I mean, it's like ahead of the curve, right?
Yeah, it was pretty quick. I got both my bachelor's and my master's in 4 years, so it was quick.
How do you mentally make the jump from that to?
You know, it was a slow journey with I'd already been modeling for a few years. I started doing some very hardcore bondage, but it was not naked, so I felt more safe. Then I did my first nude shoots. Then I was like, you know, if I can do bondage and I can do nude, why not put those two together? That's basically porn. And if I move to LA, I will have so many opportunities to do that. And I was like, you know, I want to be a librarian for the rest of my life, but I don't want the rest of my life to start when I'm 22, which was when I was a reference librarian. So I gave it a year at the library, then I retired and I came out here. And it's fun because all my old library co-workers, I almost called them co-stars, my co-stars at the library are so incredibly supportive. I was really nervous to tell them. I didn't tell them for years, and they found out via Facebook, and they've all been so cool about it.
Now, explain to me. Yesterday you were Batgirl.
Yesterday I was Batgirl.
You do Comic-Con down in San Diego.
I do Comic-Con in San Diego.
Why are you so fascinated with like Harry Potter and Batgirl and?
I like Batgirl because Barbara Gordon was a librarian, just like me. I like Harry Potter because J.K. Rowling has constructed an intricate, very complex world. And the Harry Potter fandom has actually done so much for me, just in my, personally, but also for the world. There's an organization called the Harry Potter Alliance, and the Harry Potter Alliance just succeeded in a 4-year struggle to get Warner Brothers to switch their chocolate providers to fair trade chocolate, because before it was basically made by children in slave labor. So I love Harry Potter because it inspires people to do great things. It inspires greatness. It's an incredibly complex world, and also it changed the publishing industry for young adults, for everyone to come.
Didn't it start out really as books for kids?
Yeah, but just because it's books for kids doesn't mean it can't be poignant and important and very socially strong. It's got a lot of social commentary that when you read it when you're a kid, you miss it, but then when you read it as an adult, you realize how much she really has to say about slave labor, about race relations, about homosexuality, about so many very important social issues.
And did any of that guide your life? Did any of that play a part in what you now do?
Certainly. I mean, the Harry Potter fandom has guided my life. The Harry Potter fandom was there for me in a very tough time when I was in grad school, and I became a librarian in Massachusetts because that's where the Harry Potter fandom was kind of localized, and my Harry Potter friends have helped transition me through each point in my life since then. I'm so blessed to have the Harry Potter fandom in my life. I know it sounds silly, but my nerd culture runs deep.
My nerd culture runs deep.
My first convention, I was in a stroller at a Star Trek convention, so it's like a family legacy of nerddom.
Which leads me to this convention. This is your first appearance in Las Vegas?
This is my fifth.
Fifth appearance.
Correct.
Why did we not see you the previous 4 years?
I'm getting a lot more press right now because I just transitioned to doing boy-girl porn this past year, which is kind of like the big leagues. I didn't realize at the time, but when I was just doing girl-girl, because I'm a little bit older and I have tattoos, it was like I was limiting myself to one small peninsula of the grand land that is pornography, and it's so great being able to explore it.
Do you ever get embarrassed with anything?
I get embarrassed about plenty of things, but not about porn or sexuality. I don't think there's anything to have shame about there.
No, shame is a different word than
But
embarrassed.
not embarrassed, no, not at all.
No? So what do you think of Vegas and what do you think of this convention?
I think this convention is great. I have a great time meeting my fans. When I come to Vegas, it's for work scenarios like this. If I'm being honest, I don't like some of the culture in Vegas. I don't like this whole what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas thing because I think it encourages people, especially
It's
men.
only a joke, you know.
Well,
It's only a joke.
but seriously, men here in Vegas, I find, tend to be considerably less respectful. I'll have guys literally block my way so I can't keep walking and refuse to let me move past them. Last year, for example, twice in 5 minutes I had that happen. I was just dead straight, like, no thank you, no,
Those are people who don't live in Vegas.
No, that's exactly it though. The people who live in Vegas are awesome.
Right.
It's the tourists
Thank you.
who suck.
Yes,
Yeah.
thank you.
I mean, tourism is great for you know, the actual
So
community, but
has this particular convention done you good?
this convention always does me well. I love it.
So do you
It does
actually
good.
book movies out of this convention?
Sometimes I do.
Yeah.
A lot of it, honestly, the red carpet is really good for me because people get to see this part of me that they don't really get to see on film, and they get to see how articulate I can be when I'm doing interviews and things. And I think it makes people really understand the legitimacy of what I do and myself as a performer.
And you look very Grace Kelly, regal.
Gorgeous dress.
I mean,
The back of the dress is really
Gorgeous.
killer. Thank you so much. That's very kind of
no,
you to
but
say.
I mean, you do have. I mean, your complexion is perfect.
Thank you.
I mean, it's a regal look that you have.
I have to say huge thank you to Nikki Hunter because without the makeup, I look a little bit of a fucking mess right now. So, thank you, Nikki. And thank you, Jinsey Lumpkin, my fairy porn mother, who helps guide all of my styling.
Well, she did good for you.
She's great.
Very porn mother.
She's my
Thank
fairy
you
porn
very
mother.
much.
Thank you, Ryan.
Hope to see you again, and I hope you win tonight.
Absolutely.
I gotta
I'm so
get-
sorry I can't stay later.
No.